Well. Good NTI day, number 5 morning. Just made everybody really dizzy. The dog has made me dizzy. Anyways, I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon. It's a beautiful day out right now. 7 in the morning, we're supposed to get another round. So I guess we'll see about the weekend and Monday. For today, I'm going to be sending you guys some comments on your first paragraphs, your pretend introduction paragraphs regarding NTI days versus snow days. A couple things I'll be looking for, just sort of general arrangement, what all goes into an introduction paragraph. Of course, we always start out with what some people call a hook, something like that. Just something to get the reader interested in what it is you're talking about. I'll be looking at that, seeing what tactics you're using right now, things like that. Also, we want to give a preview of the evidence we will be using to back ourselves up. And one of the most important things is why do we argue in the first place? We argue because there is an issue, a disagreement. Not everybody sees eye to eye on something. So one of the most important things, and something we'll be talking about a lot when it comes time to work on thesis statements, we'll be talking about acknowledging opposition in an argument. We do need to make sure that that is always present in the introduction paragraph of an essay. As we go on, I notice sometimes it actually takes a little bit more research to properly acknowledge opposition of an argument than it does to defend your own position in the first place. A lot of times we get kind of stuck thinking about what we feel and what we think, and we don't necessarily take the appropriate amount of time to acknowledge the fact that not everybody's going to agree with us, and to think about maybe what other parties might have to say that's sort of the opposite of what we think. In this class, one of the main things we're going to be looking at is properly acknowledging opposition and doing the research to find actual expert sources that disagree with us. We do want to throw out there every time that we argue that there is opposition, and that it's not just big stupid heads out there that think wrong, right? We want to find people that are considered experts in a particular field and think about what they have to say, and acknowledge the fact that yes, there are positions opposite or just different from our own that are valid arguments, not just, people saying dumb stuff because they don't agree with us and we're smart and they're stupid, right? We get in danger sometimes of using what's called a straw man fallacy, which is something we'll be talking about in the future. That is where we don't name an opposition. We just say something like, some people think this, but they're wrong. Or we might say, many experts say this, but they're wrong. We don't want to ever use fake people for our opposition. We want to use real people with names and credentials. So rather than saying, some people may claim that the use of NTI days, is unnecessary because some students don't have access to internet, something like that. See what I did just there is I said some people say that, right? I didn't I didn't name the people that I was talking about. That could be anybody. It could just be some guy from the internet. It could be some guy I heard ranting and raving at the gas station one day. It could be anybody. But if I said something like, let's see, I don't know. I'm totally making this up, but if I said something like Jack Smith, the Dean of Student Attendance for Jefferson County Schools, shows in his 1998 study that very few students have access to internet, whatever, right? I said 1998, I shouldn't have done that, but what I did was I named somebody, and I also checked their credentials there and said why they are an appropriate source to be talking about in such matters. So I'm not just disagreeing with quote unquote some people, I'm disagreeing with a guy that actually knows what they're talking about, right? So that's something we'll be working on. and something that I'll be looking at when I look at you guys' first paragraphs, just to see if there's any kind of presence of the acknowledgement of opposition. So anyways, the main things we want in an opening paragraph would be sort of a hook type thing, a statement of the problem at hand, along with a preview of the specific pieces of evidence you'll be using to back yourself up, and an acknowledgement of opposition, that there are people out there that know what they're talking about that don't necessarily agree with you at all times. Finally, we want to end with a thesis, which is in argumentative writing. It's going to be pretty easy. The thesis itself is simply the statement of your position. So that's how the first paragraph should end. We'll be looking for those things today in your first paragraphs. And as we work toward really, really good thesis statements, that's different from just a thesis. A thesis statement can actually contain most of those things in-house, just as a simple 1 or 2 sentence deal that closes out your first paragraph. So we'll be looking at those things today in your introduction paragraphs. Dougal is on the trail of something. I think I saw some deer up here, so it might get exciting in today's video. Anyway, so that'll be today. I'm going to shoot you guys a email response to each of you, just to kind of point out what you did well, and maybe some things to think about next time. Whew, it's really dragging me. Aside from that, I do have the first reading went up yesterday. Today there are 4 questions related to that reading, and if anybody has any questions about the questions, just let me know. I think the directions were pretty clear. Yeah, there are some deer, so it might get fun here in just a second. The directions were pretty clear as far as that goes. Do make sure that you cite, C-I-T-E, cite, any information that you use from the text itself, meaning page numbers in parentheses, and you'll be in good shape. So a lot of these, there's no real right or wrong answer sometimes. It's just your interpretation, what you take out of it. So anyways, that's kind of it. So those questions will be due Monday. So we'll be working on that today and sort of over the weekend. I also posted the tentative schedule for next week as well, just in case we end up being on a whole bunch more NTI. We'll try to get through some of these reading quizzes sort of in a hurry, so that we at least will have knocked out some stuff that we don't necessarily need to be in class for. So keep up with Google Classroom. Keep sending me stuff. I don't trust Google Classroom as far as their system for turning in work, things like that. So just type whatever you do into a Google Doc and share it to me, and I'll get it in my email and everything will be okay. But anyway, if you got any questions, please do let me know. And here we go after some deer. Everybody have a good day. See ya.